Hello everyone, my name is Yogdog and welcome to some Cantata. Cantata is a real-time tactics game, I think would be the official terminology for it. And with a very unique art style and some pretty unique factions. And I've played it a little bit in the past, but this is going to be the first time I've played it on my YouTube channel. I'm also giving away a few copies of this game for charity during this month, as of the date of me actually recording this content. So if you do like the look of the game, want to win a copy, if you follow me on my Twitch channel, currently fundraising for Doctors Without Borders, and yeah, if you're there when I'm doing a giveaway, there's quite a high chance you may well win a copy of the game. Because usually I get between about, I'm not entirely certain actually, but I get a few people in. Anyway, without further ado, let's chuck ourselves in, shall we? We're going to do a new campaign, Chapter 1, the 111th Reign of Harmony and Prosper, the Shotar of Mars. So, as Shotar of Mars, you are heir to a mighty dynasty reaching back countless aeons. Pursuit of the machine traitors has led you to the abandoned colony planet Shoal. Finish off Vashti once, and rid the galaxy of her scourge, so that the rain may once again inspire peace throughout the galaxy. Melt them to slag. Let's begin. 7 warships, each one loaded with enough troops, ammunition and fuel to mount an assault on any system within 3 jumps of here. By the crowded heavens, the machines could take Jupiter with a force that size if they were quick enough. They muster all that power and bring it where? To a backwater planet like Shoal? A colony full of bright-eyed frontier yokels that didn't even make it a year out here? Why? I thought Vashti was supposed to be some tactical genius. What is she thinking? Well, she's no Ursula Creed. She is not thinking anything, Executive, because she is not a person. She is a malfunctioning home appliance with delusions of grandeur. Who knows why she has chosen to bring her clicking, whirring hordes to this rather provincial place. The reign of harmony and prosper has beaten her on 3 planets now. I intend to make this the 4th, and unlike those other foolish commanders, I won't let her slip away this time. You shouldn't be careless, sire. I hear the last person to underestimate Vashti's strength was her owner. May he find peace in the hereafter. Executive? Yes, sire. Speak to me again in such a manner and I will have you shot. I'm certain the company has another officer they can send to protect their investment here, don't you think? Yes, sire. My apologies. I am the Shotar of Mars, scion of a family that has ruled from the peaks of Olympus Mons for untold generations. We have crushed would-be kings, cunning usurpers, throngs of nameless rabble, and every other manner of upstart. The only difference is that the heads of these traitors will not rot when I spike them atop my palace. Ensign, has the Vanguard made a landfall yet? Yes, sire. Commence the assault. Okay, so Cantata and conscripts. What tactical strategy game would not be complete without the addition of conscripts? So we are the commanding officer. We are playing as essentially the I would say it's a military technocracy or something. I'm not entirely certain. So we have access to conscripts. We also have recon rickshaws, which can be used to transport our troops fairly quickly. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to move our recon rickshaw forward. So our objective is going to be to capture this territory, I think, first. There's a couple of diamond formations here, which will give us global resources once we build mines on them. So we do have a building screen. We've got various types of buildings we can put down, and those buildings all collect together into a production chain, kind of similar to, I don't know, say something like Anno, I suppose. The Anno series has something like this. So our headquarters produces alloys. Those alloys can then be used in engine factories, refineries, and arms factories to make various outputs. They can then be further refined into something like plating or gilding, maybe advanced engines. Or they can be used to generate more basic units like the rickshaws, whereas just basic alloys I think are needed to make conscripts. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting system. I've seen it in Anno. I don't know if I've seen it in other games. Similar sort of production chain feature. I'm sure there are other games out there, but when I see something like it, it immediately makes me think of Anno. But in a more tactical basis as opposed to having a big strategical view in terms of trade and so on. So I think we continue rolling the recon rickshaw forward here. We have a shrine there we need to destroy, I think. And that will allow us to take control of this territory. So our objectives are to inspect the strange shrine and scout the machine base. I think that can be done relatively easily, but I'll do that next turn. I think I'm going to put a refinery and an engine factory down. So each little plot of land, I suppose, here is a territory. So this starting one is the landing zone. We've then got the northern forest. We've got the scorched battlefield. These territories have limits for the amount of building you can do in each particular one. So the landing zone, our starting territory, only has 3 slots available, one of which is taken by our headquarters, which is the linchpin for our entire economy, and will also generate more conscripts for us. So what we're going to do is get the refinery down, and we're going to start producing. So I think I have to increase the draw. I guess I can't actually improve that until next turn. Yeah, I think I can only up one of these per turn. Interesting. So global resources is basically, well, as well as our headquarters, the linchpin for our entire economy. So our generator produces alloys, and we can produce up to, I think it's 6 or so, 5 or 6 alloys per turn in our basic headquarters. But each additional alloy we produce draws more from our global resource pool. So there is a limited amount of resources in that respect. You can mine for more, which we're going to do. We're going to try and take the shrine, take the diamonds for ourselves. That will start generating more resources. We can level up over time with experience in combat. I don't know if there's other ways, but I know combat does give you experience, and that unlocks more buildings, more production chains, more units via those buildings, which is pretty cool. So we have a population. I think that counts for the amount of units we have out, but I don't know for certain. We have action points, so you can use your action points to build additional units, or you can use them to maybe have an additional attack on a certain unit per turn if you need it to come up clutch in a particular battle scenario. And then we have victory points, which I think are generated from capturing. It might be not from capturing, but from completing the objectives. That I'm unsure. So I think we'll end turn there. In the distance, Shoal weeps. That doesn't sound good. So you can't attack this turn. Not enough AP to surge. Do you not have a... Oh, you have a minimum range. That would make sense. My bad. Right, let's keep wailing on them. Which means next turn I'll be able to put the royal banner down. So you can claim additional territories with your basic conscripts by just putting a royal banner in position. And that's now under my control, which means I can now build here. So what we're going to do is put a mining facility down on one of these diamond formations. And we're going to put you back into the recon rickshaw and get you moved this way. So we do have a cooldown. We can't build another mining facility for a little while, which is fine. So conscripts, I don't have one to show at the minute, as well as the banner ability, also have the capability to dig in and entrench, which is quite useful. I think it means they do more damage. Okay, we're going to do a bit of each. Conscript the Ren's Gristle for the Mill of Empire. Right, send turn that. Let's get everyone moved forward. Machine sighted, sire. Time to destroy them. So there's another screen here which you can click to manage supply lines. I'm not going to elaborate upon that just yet. I'll elaborate upon that a little bit as we get a bit further in. Everyone's gone. Someone get the soldier back to the front lines. Yes, a very charismatic and caring leader we have here. I'm sure the men and women of our conscript companies are very grateful to have him as our commander. Okay, let's move forward slightly here. The walker in its center, its legs are shot to pieces. Must have been unwilling to leave one of her own behind. It's almost foolish, idiotic, weak-willed. Precisely my thoughts, sire. Boom. So I think we're going to claim this area. We are going to get a garage down. Say here. And now what we're going to do is start up some supply lines. So if you click on an empty tile in the territory, in any territory, you can then bring up a menu which will allow you to connect to other territories. So we're going to choose Scorched Battlefield. And we are going to move the fuel. I can't do it this turn exactly because I need to wait. We're going to move the fuel and the... Is it alloys I think I need to move? Engines. I should be producing engines. Ah, okay, no, I was mistaken. It's engines and fuel. I was getting a bit mixed up there. I think that'll allow me to do that. Right. So I need to make resources here, but how do I do that? So I have played a little bit in the past, but I'm always get a bit stumped by this. As far as I'm aware, you should be making resources. Maybe if I increase the draw, I can put another mining facility down now. So we're going to have plenty of that. There we go. So now I go to it. Maybe I just need to do this. Gotcha. Alright, so it looks like what you have to do is, it's maybe a tiny bit fiddly this. Go to the territory where you want to import from an click on the various menus. You're going to want to go for the up arrow and then do the amount you want to move. So that should mean that you're now getting enough resources next turn. Might not be able to get a recon rickshaw out straight away, but yeah, we still need a bit more fuel, which if I tick 2 turns over, that allows me to put another unit out. Meanwhile, we can get more conscripts. This unit I'm not going to be able to kill, I don't think. I'm going to get a tower transport down. So what a tower transport is well, it's kind of in the transport bits in the name. You spawn 4 conscripts on what's essentially a siege tower, and after the first turn, you can deploy the 4 units of conscripts outside of them. They can also be used to heal a unit using action points, which you generate each turn automatically, albeit only by 1 per turn. So if you take too much damage, it's going to take a while. So one of the things which can be a bit finicky as well is if you don't click directly on a unit, it takes you to that screen where you can do supply lines. I keep doing that a lot. As you can probably see. Okay, let's keep getting the hammer down here in terms of damage. Excellent. So we do have some scrap over there. We gotta try and destroy it. Just on the off chance. So it looks like this territory is claimed by the robots. So we have 2 enemy, well, possibly 2 enemy factions. So we're playing as the 111th Reign of Harmony and Prosper. Our main enemy is the Unified Spirits, the machine hive mind, maybe? Or at least the machine species we're going up against. And then we have shoal, which is the environment. But shoal isn't happy with us, I think. I don't know whether that means we get attacked by them at some point. I think that conscript might be might not be happy about what happens here. I think it just about got out of range actually. So we have the heart. Attack damage 2. I can put another building down here. I might put a radio tower down. I actually don't know what it does just yet. So, allows you to extend vision range to detect hidden threats nearby. Okay. Let's keep this going. Okay, just out of range of whatever this is. Right. There's another unit of scrap on the field. We've got builder drones. They're going to push forward, they are. Okay. So it looks like it heals everything on each side. So we've got 4 damage units surrounding it. You can heal all of them at once. It's kind of cool. Moving forward any further here is inadvisable, I suspect. So we have 14 XP so far. What I think we do here is get our units ready for an attack on the southernmost defensive area. Conscripts are going to be the one that needs to move the most here. Or I need to be the most careful with. Next turn I can bring down another trebuchet thing. It's out of range-ish. That was not really intentional. Whoops. I'm not sure even if I had done it all correctly, it would have been enough. Ouch. Okay. What is taking so long? Our warriors appear ill-equipped to handle such an entrenched defensive position. Blithering fools, have they no imagination at all? We could perhaps provide assistance to help speed things up. Prepare an orbital drop. We have a grand bombard. That's nice. I like the design of that. So let's get you in range. We've got a cooldown on attacks. If I wait, we can do 5 damage in one fell swoop. Very nice. Yeah. Let's get you all moved here. So it looks like we've got another turn of cooldown. So instead we send in the conscripts. I need 2 more attacks done. The recon rickshaws are going to have to do it, I think. There we go. Second defensive battery down. I'm not sure what the remains here do. I'm gonna get that enemy unit there destroyed. So let's try and finish off our defensive line here. And keep going from there. We know there are enemy units down here, so I think what I'm going to do is test out the transform units. They do try and move down this way. We'll deal with them accordingly. It takes 4 turns to transport you back. That's fine. So it looks like, I think if you level up, you get more action points, or you have a bigger bank of them you can get. I think if we destroy this, we might just have enough to level up. You have 2 remaining. There we go. More infrastructure unlocked. And that's most of the defensive line breached. We know we've got more machines to the south, and there's at least 1 more defensive battery here that does need dealing with, though. So we'll focus on doing that in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Cantata, everyone. I will be doing a run-through of the various campaigns over the coming weeks, and hopefully you enjoy them. I will also be giving away several copies of the game on my Twitch channel, because I'm doing a charity fundraiser in September of 2022. If anyone wants any, if you want to check exactly what I'm doing, I'll leave a description in the YouTube description area. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.